Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Rhonda Wheeler. I am not a relationship coach. I am not a relationship therapist. I am a relationship referee, and there's a difference. Unlike a life coach who doesn't give you immediate answers. You have to take a course, there's a one-on-one, put you through all these hoops and loops that you may not be prepared for. Everyone is not prepared to do the homework assignments. As a referee, I give you immediate relief for relationship issues that you're facing today. So welcome to Dear Future Single on YouTube. Thank you, and for those who don't know me, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to click to subscribe, and for those who are coming back, thank you. I appreciate you. I have a little issue with this lash over here. But yeah, it's so good to be back. I've been, what haven't I been doing? But what's most important is that I am here, and today we are going to talk about the Bible had it right. For those who are spiritual, for those who are religious, this message is for you. And those who are single, this message is for you. And this message is for if you're married, this message if you've been in a long relationship and no commitment has been made. I am speaking to you. And for those who are choosing to remain single, guess what? You're not going to be single forever. So I want you to be able to take this information that I have and use it and apply it to your everyday life when you are dating or when you're sitting with yourself in your singleness. This message is for you, okay? So let's just go ahead and jump into it. The Bible got it right. So you're like, what do you mean by that? The Bible, I mean, it is right. You know, you swear and you live by it. So why are we wanting in this dating world for our boyfriends, for our men, for our dates, for our long-term, whatever he is in your life at that moment, or whatever she is in your life at that moment, that we want our boyfriends, our side pieces, are the one we got options with, to treat us like a husband and a wife. You ever think about that? The Bible got it right. During my period of dating, I tell the story that I remained single for 12 years, and it was important that I did so. It was important that I worked on me. It was important that I was able to understand what it meant to be a woman and exist. I feel like I was married for the best part of my years. And not only was I was married with no education. I was married with no idea of wanting to go to school to further my education. After high school, that was it. You know, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. You know, I've learned that from my mom growing up, you know, how much of a go-getter she was. But I never wanted to go to school. I wanted to be able to own and control my own destiny. And I got married. I had these two wonderful children. And then I found myself single. And I wasn't the lady that just like, oh, okay, you know, now I'm single. Now I'm just so ready to, you know, figure out life. It didn't happen for me that way. I had to figure it out as it came. It's like all these nuances that I didn't know that existed by being divorced with children. Now I just wasn't single. I was divorced with children. And that required for parental, it required for me to continue realistically everything except the intimacy. We still had to coexist as parents. And that was challenging. It was so difficult. But it became to be a part of my life. And how do I pick up the pieces? Because now I am married with children with no education. I'm married with children with no desires to want to enter the workplace because it's foreign to me. I've been a stay-at-home mom. I didn't work. My husband, my ex-husband, he did very well for himself, young, successful entrepreneur. And that's all I knew was catering to him and taking care of our 2 children. That was pretty much my life until it was no longer. But when I did start to date, this is embarrassing, and I'm gonna share it because I want to help someone. And if I share my story, hopefully that it will reach one, teach one. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible being out here and coming from a wife, right? And I'm thinking that a man is going to treat me like a wife status because that's all I've known. Well, not knowing that I was jumping into this circus of men who haven't been married before, or if they were married, they struggled in their marriage. They didn't know how to be husbands. But I've always operated as a wife. I always wanted to be a wife. So when I started dating and started looking for a suitor and started to, put myself in the market, I got clowned out here. You know why I got clowned out here? Because the Bible got it right. I am not that man's wife, and he is not my husband. The Bible says, it's clear as day, men, love your wives. It does not say boyfriend. It does not say side piece. It does not say. It says wife. And it says women, respect your husband. So these men that I was out here dating had no respect for me. They were just one-offs. That's how they wanted to treat me, as a one-off. I mean, yeah, long-term dating, but that never led into anything. Because I wasn't the wife, or they didn't know how to be husbands. I operated as a wife, and I was out here getting so much disrespect. So much. I was ghosted before it was called ghosting. I was a side piece before it was called side piece. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible out here dating. So I empathize with the men and women that are out here trying to find, someone that they could at least have like a long-term dating commitment to where you can be vulnerable with that person. The person is willing to be open with you. The person is loving on you, caring about you. You can call them, you can count on them. They're responding to their calls. You're giving that back to each other. It's just not one-way communication. It's being communicated. This is what we both want. And because this is what we both want, we're going to continue to work with each other to achieve this goal. And hoping that this long-term, thing that we're doing by existing in each other's life in a way that is loving, caring, we're being vulnerable, and we are choosing to spend our time with each other, that it will turn into something that is special. But you can't even find that today. It is so much extra out here that I just chose to be single. And I chose to be single longer than I thought, which is 12 years. I sat single for 12 years. And those were the best 12 years in my life. And while I was single, I worked on me. And how did I work on me? I got myself a degree. I started at a community college. And then I went on to go to a university. And from the university, I got my bachelor's degree in business. I got my master's degree in healthcare. Because I was wanting to change the narrative of me having to go on some type of assistant and always be on assistance. And that wasn't who I was. That wasn't how I grew up. That wasn't me operating as a wife, because I've always been able to not financially provide, but I was always able to provide the necessary attributes. Being loving, being supportive, always being pretty, always, dressing up, being intimate, wanting to serve, my husband at the time. And me taking, all that into a relationship, men are like, wow, you're the best thing, I've seen in a long time. But I wasn't getting it back in return. They were loving my wife qualities. They were loving my wife attributes. They were loving everything that I brought into them as a wife. And I had to pull back, because that is not how you date. That is not how you function when this man, he just met you. He's still trying to make up in his mind what he's going to do with you, while you have given him everything that you knew possible. And that is your femininity. And that's your soft life. He is enjoying it. And he is not giving up anything, nothing whatsoever, that you qualify to be in a long-term committed relationship with him, except his words. Those famous words, oh, yeah, we're going to be together. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, I really like you. Yeah, you different. And then, you slowly know what it is after the third time of seeing him. It's like he's tired of it. You don't know what's going on. You confused, but he keeps you confused, so he paints a narrative to keep you confused. And if you find a man painting a narrative to keep you confused, more than likely, he's not the guy for you. He's not going to turn the relationship around to be something that you want. And I'm speaking to women that are coming out of a relationship, a marriage, when you were a wife with children and you're wanting to date again. It's not you. It's you didn't spend enough time being single to get to know you, to pick up what's going on with this man, what's going on with you. Don't give it your energy. If you find yourself being bothered by his tone, you find yourself being bothered by how he's responding to you, you find yourself being bothered by the relationship because it's not going anywhere. Likely chance of it, it's not going anywhere. He is collecting everything that you were able to bring to the relationship, your wifely duties, but he's not a husband. Never was a husband, because the Bible got it right. Men, respect your wives. Women, respect your husbands. And men, love your wives. That's how it's supposed to go. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there for a minute. That's how it's supposed to go. No other way. So if you're out here dating and wondering what the issue is, you're not going to get the respect and you're not going to get the love. And also, ladies, remember, you need more than love. I got married based on, oh, I love him. He didn't marry me because he loved me. He married me because he saw a wife He saw beyond the love. He had sized me up. He knew my personality. He knew what I could bring to the marriage. He knew that I was willing to have children and take care of him. He knew that I would be submissive. He knew all that. And I was just looking for love. Like, oh, I love him. If he loves me, he'll take care of me. I want you to know that the relationship needs more than love. You cannot build a house no longer more on love. Love does not conquer all. Stop using that. That is a myth. That is being misleading. You're being misguided. And again, to these relationship coaches that you have been going to that is keeping you misinformed, I am here to let you know I'm the referee and I'm blowing the whistle on it. You need more than love. Love keeps you blind. You need to be woke, and you need to know yourself, and you need to be able to respect yourself, and you need to be able to know that you are a wife. And in my book, Eat, Sex, Date, it speaks about always operate as a wife. You know if you're a wife because it shows. And he knows if you're a wife because it shows. And if you know that you're not dating a husband and you want to be a wife, end it right now. Just end it. Call him up right now. It's over. Call her up right now. It's over. Quit wasting each other's time. Stop wasting the time. It's not going to get you anywhere, but more time in a relationship is going to get you more frustrated. Let that person go. Set that person free so that they can be available to someone else that wants a husband or wife. All right? So, hope that this was helpful to you. If you're figuring out and trying to struggle why your relationship is not going anywhere, because you are operating as a wife and he has not made that commitment to you. And men, if you are in a relationship with a woman and you're wondering why you just can't get her to commit, be that wife that you need for her to be, she's not going to be it. Don't expect it. It's just not going to happen. The Bible got it right. Men are only going to love their wife, and women are only going to respect their husbands. And it only took me under 20 minutes to deliver that information to you. While a life coach going to take your money, you're going to go to their class, you're going to buy their books, and you still don't have the necessary answers that you need. As a referee, I'll provide you immediate relief, so that you know the information right now, today, urgent, and you don't have to waste another time not knowing. Nope. It's all here. So thank you for coming back to my channel. I just wanted to just jump on and give that tip and just let you know that don't waste your time. It's not worth it. Take that information to bed today. Call them up on the phone. Drop me a comment. I want to know what they say. You know, I always want to know what they say. That's important to me. We have to start the conversation sometime. If we don't start the conversation and we don't start asking these questions and we don't start defending ourselves and standing up for ourselves, a man will keep you in a relationship and keep your judgment cloudy and create his own narrative for your life. Start asking that man questions. All right. Thank you so much again for coming back to my channel. I guess you see my little puppy, our little swirl there. All right, maybe next time she'll jump on camera so you can see her. All right, thank you. Oh, there she goes. She jumped in. All right, oh, there she go. All right, bye-bye.